Some of the key needed roles, the important roles with which we can manage the whole day-to-day works are connect, resource, DBA, export full database, import full database. If we these two are required if you want to import or export full database with a particular user. But if you give DBA, it will get everything. The all other four not required. If you just grant DBA for to a user, he can do all things like drop user U1. Now if I say grant DBA to U1 identified by U1, he got everything. He got everything. So he got connect. So we can say connect U1. So we can connect also. We can select star from what is that user session PRIV. What is that user session privileges? He got almost 200 plus because of DBA role. So to use data pump, we need below roles: data pump export full database, data pump actually this is import full database. These two are required if we are going for data pump use. This started from 10G onwards. Dropping the user account. If the user schema contains no DB objects, this is the one. Show user connect as his DBA. So drop user U1. This is enough. Now grant DBA to U1 identified by U1. Now I go to U1 because this is a DBA. I will get everything on every user's every object. Select star from Scott.emp. So I got that because without granting DBA means he has everything. Create table emp as select Scott.emp. So now this is the thing we got. Now I go to this user, drop user U1. I can't drop because there is a table. Cascade must be specified to drop U1. Drop user U1 cascade. Now with it will drop the schema and with related schema objects. If the user schema contains DB objects, we should add cascade. Important views related to users and roles. DBA users. DBA users contains information about all users. The important columns: username, account status, default tablespace, temporary tablespace. Created means created date. We can see regarding all users. Username, default tablespace, account status, whether it is expired, locked, means if it is okay, it is a normal working like open, like this. Temporary tablespace name temp, default tablespace name sys user has default tablespace, system user has system, Scott has users. All our program related we will create other than sys and sysocs. Okay. Users for while you are logging into one user, we don't have that user. Grant connect this is to U1 Now if you are inside this user, because DBA user is only for DBA users, but for by logging into users also you can check certain information like username, account status, lock date, expiry date, when it was created, what is the default table space, what is the temporary table space. For our required user also we can check. From users, each contains our user is you logged into U1, so it gives you information about U1 only. We can have another, so it is showing only the date but not time and other information. Every time we can issue a to_char function to a date column with proper format mask, but instead of that we can do a session change command which stays until this session. Alter session, set nls date format. This stays for the entire session. So the previous column command, which we this one, if we give now, it will give us the exact time when we created, expiry date, or when we created, etc., etc. With time we will get. There is one more, all users. All users we used just before. It gives us all user information, user id, username, and created date and time. dba table space quotas. There is one more. It is under here. We have some other information like table space name, username. If it is quotas, it is there in bytes. What is the maximum bytes, number of blocks, max number of blocks? Such information will be available for each user. So not each user, only granted users. Like in the first command, we granted our users certain information, like a certain quota on a particular table space. Those will be given. Now, so we have select star from all underscore users. So we have u1, drop user u1, grant, create user u1 identified by u1, default table space tbs1, temporary table space temp quota 10m on tbs1, grant connect resource to u1. Now with this command we can see the u1, the max bytes we allocated is 10 MB, 1280 blocks. So until now used nothing. Table space is tbs1. Number of blocks used is nothing because still just now we allocated. So this is the story of allocation. TBA TS means table space quotas. You same a smaller under one user, you can see at user level also we should have certain things to check it. So select table space name bytes blocks from user TS quotas. So we can see how many been occupied or used. Nothing. User TS, we have all the similar information, but we can say select star from user TS. It shows for our user only. Max, here we can see max allocated 10 MB and blocks are 1280. So we can add this command, select star from user TS. Now DBA role PRIVS. Roles is PRIVS. We'll see this. What we are under U1. We got 9 generally under resource 8, and what this the role PRIVS, what this is giving role system privilege means it giving a role privilege and with admin option or no. Same thing under a bigger perspective under DBA means we should go to, it is almost 130 system privileges, grantee and privilege and admin option. mostly from system related. Here it is showing 790. Table privileges, select. It shows everything on every table, every object. It is showing, it will be in thousands, the things which are created by default. 34,000. Okay, now for same information for our required schema Scott, nothing, no grants, because U1 is dropped, so previously remaining one privilege of select has gone. Table privileges, this is also, it shows everything. Select role, owner, table name, column name, privilege from role tab related to roles. DBA roles, so we created role 1, that may be still there. Yeah, it is still there. Role, password, authentication. This role, if is without authentication, any DBA can grant this to anybody. We can protect it. Roles is privileges, we can see this also. Role name, privilege, admin option is there or no. Now this we'll see in another video.